change at all. All this earth, could all that is lost ever be found? Could a garden come up from this ground at all? You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of us. All around, hope is springing up from this old ground. Out of chaos, life is being found in you. You make beautiful things, you make beautiful things out of the dust. You make beautiful things.
You know, it's very important that we get these children in school. Very important. You know, most of the places, there's only pockets of places, like here, that children don't go to school. You know, most of the places, if you don't have your children in school, you can even go to jail. It's true, isn't it?
Yes, true. In fact,
Yes.
now we are in this government,
Yes.
there is a plan that they are going to do like that.
Yeah.
If you don't have a child in school, you'll be jailed.
Yeah.
Or whenever, if you don't have a child in school, you will not get that relief food the government is giving to the
I
community.
see. And we want these children to be first, not last.
At the record.
Let me ask you a question. How many, especially the men and women here, how many voted for the new Constitution? Did anybody here get to vote when they voted for the new Constitution? One of the things in that new Constitution gave children rights. These children. So Kenyans gave these children the right to go to have education, to go to school. You voted, Kenyans voted, these children have to go to school. And, you know, I must tell you what Kenyans voted for. Not only children go to school, but even the girl child has a right to say, no, I don't want to get married. No, I don't want the traditional ways. I want to pursue school. I'm not telling you this. I'm telling you what Kenya law is saying.
Yes, that is it. Yes.
Okay?
You are right.
Okay.
Hello.
So,
Kakarkai, melen the girl go pretty kwa moon. Open. Mone Jonyo. Mengat mooning.
and I'm going to tell you something right now that you may not like, but I'm going to tell you truth, okay? So don't get mad at me. I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? The United Nations and Kenya law says it is against the law to circumcise a woman. That's Kenya law. It's not my law. I'm just telling you.
Yes.
And you know I'm telling the truth. So eventually they're going to come, somebody's going to come here and say, you can't do this anymore. If you do this, you're going to go to jail. And most of the country is not doing that tradition anymore.
I think 10 years and above. You'll be jailed 10 years and above.
Oh, yeah.
If you are found.
You know more about the law in Kenya than I do.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, most of the world does not do that.
Since in the beginning, we've known that for us, if you just want to marry a woman, the only way you can recognize her is through circumcision. So if she is not circumcised, how did you recognize that this is a woman to be married?
It's your tradition. But I'm going to tell you, most of the world is the ladies are not circumcised. You cannot. And circumcised has more harm for a lady than benefits. Okay, since you asked, I'm going to address this. I wasn't planning on this, but I'm going to tell you the truth.
Okay?
When a lady is circumcised, she can bleed to death. It can cause a bad scarring, an infection. Okay, it does that. Circumcision is not what makes a woman a woman. Even me, I'm a grown lady. I've been married and I have one child. I'm not circumcised. Nobody in the world, most people in the world are not circumcised. The harms so many times, ladies can see, it causes scarification and causes, they can die in childbirth. And sometimes they bust open from the vagina to the anus.
Yes.
And, you know, in 2 days after us that's not circumcised, after we have a baby, we're back up okay. But you, it takes many days, does it not?
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
But they don't want to abandon this culture.
I know. It's through education. Let me ask you a question. You say you want schools. You want hospitals. So you want teachers. You want doctors and nurses. Is it my job as a Mzungu to come here and do all that things? Don't you want your own being doctors and nurses and school teachers? Yes?
They need their own children.
Exactly. You cannot be a doctor, a nurse, or teacher without going to school. You see? So it needs to start, and it needs to start now. And it's Kenya law telling you, you have to start doing this. Yeah, it's not me. It's a Kenya law that's telling you this. And very soon, it's going to be it is mandatory already.
Yes.
It's already mandatory.
It's just only to be.
You can still have a ceremony for those girls who are coming into marriage age. You can still have an initiation, but they're going to tell you very soon, this has to stop. It is mandatory and against Kenya law, and the new constitution voted it in. That's what's going to be happening, and the sooner you start sending your kids to school, the better off you're going to be. We want these children to be first, not last. They're too bright. They need to be first.
Green.
And if you have any questions,
Kalau nyo anda mi tepi.
please ask me.
Ay, kalau te apa ante?
I want to help you all any way I can.
Kalau mereka ngoroge ko awal numuka.
ngale kwa cha jibaganyin ga gito ro yang ngale cho ba de ta le tele ngale je ke mani ke ba ja ke tan ta
All the people's laws are gone. But as now, we are still living today. We are to go forward.
Thank you. It's true.
Kalau serangnya man,
I don't know how that tradition got started, the circumcision of ladies. But you know what? God gave us all of our parts. And He gave us those parts for a reason. It's going to take these old Mazays to tell these younger ones, this is what we have to do. Because he's the elder, he's respected, and they're the ones that's going to say, this is what we have to do. And just like he's needing nursing doctor care right now, it would be so good. He has some of his that's been to school, that's even come here, stay, be a nurse, and take care. Yeah? I'm just thinking of just a few years, this one can be a nurse, be back here helping everyone.
ay kalau rasa bata muna je, anda pa ya sekolah ni. Kanyi sekolah jale taman.
But it's not going to happen. Is in a few years, you're going to force this one to get married and out of school.
Ay kalau mi ni.
Do you agree? Am I telling the truth?
Kaka na kwa logo mo kwa man.
Okay.
So I'm telling them, are you seeing the changes the world is doing now? In fact, the Pokot culture, no woman was allowed to stand in front of many people, like especially men, or even when they are with women. The woman normally, if she wants to talk, she sits down, or if she stands, when she stands, a man also stands on the other side. She is not allowed to stand alone. So I'm telling them, now we have women leaders. We have chiefs who are now more than 10 in this East Pokot district.
Oh, okay.
In
That's
fact,
wonderful.
this year it got about 7, 8 female chiefs,
Oh, wow.
8 chiefs and assistant chiefs.
But they have to have education.
Yes,
do
that's
they
why
not?
I'm telling them.
Yeah.
It's because of education.
Yes.
If it was not that, they would have not
Yes.
get even one.
So it's up to you to move forward or go behind.
Kalau nyu akwanyu, toka chama kwa lagi atas kebet.
What is it?
I'm telling them. She is circumcised mentally, not downstairs.
Yeah. Let me tell you something very serious.
Kalau nyu ngau kwanyu, kengyu nyu mejini anon jini kwa kabisa.
The next generation of girls that you have, these young girls coming up, beginning very soon, if this girl is circumcised, very soon because of education and everything, this girl is going to be so ashamed that this has happened to her because nobody else that she's going to be around in school is going to be circumcised. She'll be the only one. We don't want that to happen. We don't want her to be ashamed of who she is and of what you've done to her.
Ay kalau nyu.
Because there's only a very few left in Kenya that this is happening to anymore.
Kalau ay
Most of the Samburu have stopped. Most of the Maasai have stopped. And you know the Turkana doesn't even do it.
no, that would be
Never.
no that. Entang kita water kan lebih gue yang tahu jono. Ay, they know that obvious.
Yeah.
So they say we are going to teach our young girls about the damages and the.
If you want me to, listen, if you want me to, you let me know. I will make a special trip back here and bring some teachers, educators on this, and we'll have a big seminar and give you all the education about this.
I think I'm asking about how the Maasai changed. They changed through seminars.
Yes.
Even the girls who are preach the circumcision,
Yes.
they go through seminars, taught, give a certificate, and they get married.
Yes, yes. And we can do that. We can do that here if you want me to.
Kalaki, umukan, kiwat yet.
I've been praying for this day to talk to you all about this for a long time. Do you want me to come back and have a seminar on this? I will. I will do that. I will bring some people here. We will have our range, and we'll have a big seminar on this. Okay. We'll agree. Oh, praise God. I've been praying for this day. Thank you. Thank you so much.